Hello there, Nitisha. Okay, well done for getting all these essays done. That's fantastic. And it's great to see you've made your error list and you've corrected the past one. So that is super. Let's jump into it. Dear Sarah, I'm contacting you for the following reasons. It's a little bit redundant. I would have said contacting you because I would like to apologize for my inability to be present in the exam of molecular biology. Also, or furthermore, I'd like to explain the happening during that period. No, I would like to explain what happened during that period. Okay? Because the happening almost sounds like supernatural. Yeah? We don't usually say it like that either. So, let's move on. I'm Nitisha Patel. My student ID is with case number . At the time of the exam, I was suffering from typhoid, and I tried to inform you by letter. I wrote the letter and posted it on but unfortunately, it got dismissed. I had enclosed my blood report along with hospital discharge papers. Admittedly, I do not have another copy of the same, but here I am enclosing a bill of the medications as proof. As proof. Okay, it's never a proof. Perhaps the solution to this problem could be to arrange a duplicate copy of the reports from the organisations. I would request them and try to submit it in the following week. I hope you can empathise with my situation. Once again, I apologise for any inconvenience you had. So excellent. This is good. Once again, I apologise for any inconvenience. Excellent vocabulary there. Kind regards is the correct way to finish as well. So we're doing well. Possible resolutions. Okay, resolutions in this case would mean like maybe you can do extra coursework. Maybe you could do a similar exam in October. Maybe, you know, all of these are your solutions, not the solutions to losing the paper. So it's just a minor point, but it is definitely wise to keep it in mind and follow these very, very closely. And you did do, so that's good. But we just kind of tripped up at the final hurdle. Everything else is good, except we do need to pay attention to some of the small little vocabulary or grammar structures we have. Also pay attention to redundancy. You might want to, because I can see you writing very good, have a look at the advanced chapters near the end where we talk about hedging, redundancy, and writing like a native speaker. So excellent work there. Just as another point, as you are doing, keep doing this. Follow these to the letter. Follow them very closely. It's and like you've done here, keep doing it in order. The apology, the identification, explanation. This way we can work through them, and there's no doubt in the examiner's mind that you've covered all the requirements. So excellent work there, Nitisha. Alright, so food travels thousands of miles from producers to consumers. Some people think that it would be better for the environment and economy if people only ate local food produced by farmers. To what extent do you agree or disagree with this opinion? Okay, experts throughout the world have debated whether residents need to consume only locally produced food or not. Super! Very good start. Excellent. Locally produced. So, yeah, good work. Fair enough, we did have produced in the question, but locally produced is the opposite of thousands of miles, so excellent work there. Some believe it is beneficial for the ecosystem. Personally, I strongly disagree. This essay will argue that consumption of multi-nutritional food is necessary and prove it. No. Is necessary. Yeah. So really we want to put prove over here. This essay will argue and prove that consumption of multi-nutritional food is necessary. So what is multi-nutritional food? I've never heard that term before. Also, it could be applied to like food that's traveled thousands of miles and food that's just come from down the road from your local farmer. So be careful, okay? Be really careful there, and if you're in doubt, it's probably better to go for the more explicit option, like food that has traveled thousands of kilometers or food that has come from down the road. There is ample evidence that use of local food is beneficial to the environment. The central reason behind this is twofold. Okay. Firstly, the central reasons, that's the hiccup, the central reasons behind this are twofold. There's two reasons behind the central reason. Firstly, the transportation, no S, involves, there's the S, massive packaging, which creates waste, that removes that S, and pollutes, add it there, the environment. Secondly, long distance transport is costly, which increases the prices of products and exorbitantly. Wonderful word there, and perfectly used. Good. Now what I like what you've done, Nitisha, is you're following the guide, which is perfect. And we're getting the first point and then the second point, and then we're elaborating on the second point. So genius. Well done. For example, recent empirical research, good, by the UK government demonstrates that 90% of all the outside products are priced double than the regular rate, than the regional rates. Okay, then the regional products I think would be better. Furthermore, because this sounds like an additional point, furthermore, it must not be forgotten that although the foreign products cost excessively, foreign products are expensive, but probably more accurate, the importance of nutrients for the body is the prerequisite. It's kind of a little bit vague there. I don't really get what we're trying to say. So, furthermore, it must not be forgotten that locally produced food has been proven to have a much higher vitamin content than food that travels thousands of kilometers. Full stop. Yeah, just another additional point, because this one, it just seems a little bit too, are we talking about nutrients? Are we talking about costs? So just be careful. Therefore, it is clear that food from all around the globe is the necessity. Whoa! It sounded as though, from reading this, that you were in favor of, yeah, local food is beneficial, long distance food is costly, prices doubled more than regional, okay? And then you're saying that all around the globe is necessary. That's a contradiction. So therefore, food that is locally sourced has numerous advantages over globally sourced food. Yeah. Although there is the case for the environment issues and even concerns for those favouring the consumption of regional food, the impact of malnutrition cannot be overstated. Genius. This is likely because all edibles do not contain all the vital components in it. To exemplify, an extensive study by Oxford University showed that over 90% of all the population in London is deficient of niacin, which is highly present in the cereals which are not cultivated locally. Consistent with this line of thinking is that the prime cause of numerous diseases and an early death is lack of proper nutrients. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that consumption of zonal food is not sufficient. Genius. Excellent work there. I mean, this is just a minor point, but it's probably easier to believe that, I don't know, children in Cambodia have malnutrition over the people in London, okay? And also, just to further prove the point, that London, or England, is open to food from all over around the world, whereas Cambodia, I don't know if it is or it isn't, but I know for a fact that England is open, but most of Europe is pretty much open, or at least open within each other, you know. So you can get Spanish food in England, you can get, I don't know, Scottish food in Greece. It is quite open. So just be careful there with your examples. And also, as I said before, like Cambodia is easier to believe than London. But all in all, it's a very good essay. We're following the structure and it shows your arguments are clear, apart from little mistakes like that. So really check your next essay if it does sort of like make sense all the way through, and be careful. You don't want to shoot yourself in the foot with little sentences like this as well. But all in all, we're doing really well. In conclusion, I firmly believe that the intake of various nutritional products is unavoidable. Okay, but is that in favor of locally produced or national food, international food? What's the point there? It is predicted international products will increasingly grow in importance. Fair enough. Seems a little bit rushed, this final conclusion. Also, that needs to be made clear, your position at the end. What are you in favour of in the end? So all in all, Nitisha, you're doing well. Keep on improving. What I want you to do now is the same as you did before. I want you to update your error list with the errors that you found here in this essay correction. Implement all the corrections that you heard in these essays. Send me back your corrected essays. Write 2 new essays and check them for the mistakes you made before. Okay, Nitisha, you're doing really well and I want you to carry on improving. Have a great day.